Welcome back to this third episode of the Mystery Podcast. Once again, Mr. No Name. I just watched Spider-Man. Out of all the shit that was said about Spider-Man, why the fuck ain't nobody tell me how sad that fucking movie was? The whole theme of Peter Parker having to let Mary J go. And Ned too, but more so Mary J. What the fuck, bro? That shit was so sad. And then the theme of the loneliness of being special or being gifted, which really translates to the feeling of being alone in our experiences that are unrelatable to others, right? Yeah, some experiences just are singular to us and we feel alone in that situation. And our experiences are unique to us, right? And a lot of times it does have to do with our talents, our gifts, our abilities, which leads to our purpose. And although as human beings, we all share the commonality of our human emotion, our experiences are still unique, right? Because it's not just one singular experiences that you're having. It's the culmination of your entire life history, your entire life path, where you grew up, your relationship with your parents, what kind of trauma that you had occurred along the way, and then your early adulthood, all the different developmental phases, and all the events that impact those things. The combination of all those things is what makes our story unique. It's our fingerprint, the life that we live. And it is special. And we're all special in that way. And because our story is unique to us, at times, moments that you have, until you've just learned the comfortability of just being by yourself, it does afford you that feeling of loneliness, when you're alone. Or when you're in a room full of people, still feeling alone, still feeling understood. But it really has more to do with your acceptance of your situation and your ability to communicate these things as well. And it also has to do with the decision making or lack of decision making. A lot of times when we feel lost, we inherit this state of being indecisive and not knowing what to do next, and we're just kind of floating along the way, which is good too. It's a necessary component of growth and your journey. The main responsibility of getting your story out there is nobody else's but yours. The way that you self-narrate, the way you see yourself, the way you depict your own avatar in your mind's eye, these are the things that you need to cultivate in your time alone. Instead of just getting fucked up or trying to be distracted or trying to have somebody come in that place of intimacy because you lack the ability to create your own intimacy, your own safe space to allow your imagination to run wild, right? And then you see people like myself that create art and you either support it or fucking hate on it. But really, my goal is to always inspire other people to see the beauty in themselves and tell your own story. I think when you can tell your own story, you give yourself a multi-dimensional identity that has some depth to it and that has some gravitas to it. And this person that you've extracted from the events of your life, right? All these different people that you have had to be, and then you somehow make sense of it all, right? This is the person that you want to love first. Your spirit was in your body going through all of these events, all of these transitions, all the pain, all the suffering, all the love, all the joy. That was you that experienced all of that. I want you to love that person first. And then when I say love yourself, I'm not telling you to love yourself in a narcissistic way. If you're a person that just leaves a trail of destruction wherever you go, then, loving yourself would mean, taking some accountability and growing up and fucking changing, right? But if you're a person that just tries their best all the time, that is always leaving the room a bit brighter, you know what I'm saying? If you're that person, I like to think I'm that person. Yeah, for sure, love yourself. The evidence that you should is just around you. People love to be around you. People love to spend time with you. They want your support. They want your advice. They want you there when they have something special going on. They want you there when they're going through hard times. That says a lot about you. And if that's not worthy of love, then what the fuck is? And what is humanity if not a collection of stories? The stories of individuals' lives, the community, the collective tribe, the rise and fall of nations. These are all stories, and at the heart of every story are people. Now, let's talk about love as in looking into the eyes of the person that you will eventually spend the rest of your life with. That person comes with their own stories and their own baggage too. And if you don't know how to love yourself and your story, you can never truly look at another human being and say you love them fully, because you don't even understand yourself. If you can't even understand yourself as a human being, how can you possibly love another, right? Before one becomes two, the one has to be whole. Okay, you can't add another into the fold until the one is actually one. The one you are looking for is actually yourself. Your mate or your counterpart is another one. Okay, now, ideally, you know, you want to be able to imagine who is it you're going to wake up to. You know, I think about that person all the time. I imagine, obviously, they're gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be the person I love for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna be looking at them and think to myself, this is the most beautiful woman in the world, right? And I would like to be able to just get along with them. So they have to be my intellectual, commiserate. We would have to be able to talk over a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, or just enjoy a silence on the drive. I'd like that. She would have to dance, because I enjoy music and I love to dance. But enough about me and what I want. But whatever that person or whoever that person is, or maybe you have them already. And if you do have them already, do your best. Do your best to just be a good person and love them, right? It's not hard to love somebody. You just do exactly what you would like somebody to do to you or for you. That's really it. That's just how simple it is. So the fact that many people get it wrong, it makes me believe we're kind of dumb and we're just love deficient. Some of us know how to love and others don't. And for the people that do know how to love, let's try to find better places to put our love and to put our heart, okay? So we're not all fucked up. But the last thing I want to talk about is relationships. Relationships take time, okay? Just think about, like, some arbitrary your relationship with math. How many years did you have to invest in elementary school before you were able to do, like, complicated, equations, right? You had a lot of years. You had a lot of years of a relationship with math until you were able to, do quadratic equations, okay? Before you were able to write a novel, you had to learn words, alphabets, sentence structure, proper grammar, etc., etc. You had to have a relationship with language in order to produce something of substance, okay? People and the connections we have. It's the same thing. It's based on showing up, consistency, and the willingness to learn, willingness to put in the effort. That's all relationship is. So if you can't show up, if you can't be consistent, it's gonna fail. And because relationship, in the sense of like true companionship, somebody that you want to grow old with and raise children with and have your whole lives just all intertwined. I'm talking about marriage. That kind of love is just so rare and so special. It's worth waiting for, and it's worth working and building yourself up to be a person that is going to be able to give something special and of great value to another person. Of course, we're all born with intrinsic value, right? But a diamond that's in the dirt is just a diamond in the dirt. You have to excavate it. It has to be chipped, and it has to be polished, and it has to be refined. Who else is going to refine you in this life if not you and the decisions you make? Anyways, that's my time today. If you are fucking with this podcast, that you don't know who it is that's giving you this amazing wisdom, with this sexy ass voice, and I am extremely attractive, by the way. So let's just start there. But if you're liking what this is doing for your ear hole, like, share, subscribe, repost, engage with the shit. Go tell your fucking friends about it. It's the fucking coolest thing on earth. I guarantee you there's no better podcast, because there is not another fucking person more interesting than me. If there was, I would have fucking met them already. I've been everywhere. Okay? There's not a more interesting person, so therefore this is the most interesting podcast.